Hello, this is Ella, and like last video where I drew an object as a character, I decided to get like a random object generator and draw 3 objects that I got randomly. Here are the 3 objects I got.
Unique? Sure. Bottle of paint, rug, salt shaker.
Okay, so first I got a bottle of paint. So I played around with first of all, I did a bunch of research on what shape I wanted, what kind of bottle of paint I wanted. For a while I was thinking acrylics, but then I was like, nah, let's not do acrylics. I thought those little paint tin bottles. I looked at a lot of stuff, but finally I settled on a bottle of paint in a tattoo variety, the tattoo bottles of paint that they have. Because I thought that I could come up with something cool with that. I got really obsessed with giving this person a bucket hat. I played around with different hair. I wanted their hair to be maybe a paintbrush or some type of brush or maybe paint itself. But finally I settled on I thought it'd be kind of cool for their hair to be kind of the paint brush end bristles, so they have a bunch of little mini ponytails that are going down because they're wearing a bucket hat. As for the outfit, I played around with a lot of different stuff. I can show all my sketches and stuff here that I did on my notebook if I did. I don't remember if I did stuff in my notebook. But finally, I wanted to give them kind of a cool laid back feel because I don't know how I wanted to incorporate peanut butter and jelly overall. I was just having a lot of trouble with how I wanted things and how I wanted I just knew I wanted to incorporate all the color of the paintball. I went with purple because I thought purple and gold always look nice together. I gave them some tattoos to spice up the outfit. I gave I gave for them a choker that is supposed to be kind of the bottom black part of the nozzle. At the end, it kind of looked really bland, I felt. So I gave them paint splatter on their jacket just to zhuzh it up a bit. I gave them stripes to incorporate more of the white on the lettering of the bottle. The thing I loved most was the bucket hat, because I don't know, I just thought it was cool. The tattoos I gave him just a bunch of variety. I just gave some cute tattoos that I thought would fit their personality. I gave them some piercings. I gave them some moles and those 2 beauty mark things that I think are really pretty that that one person from Demon Slayer has. I think those are really cute. And I gave them just a simple little background. And I called it a day. I gave them some eye makeup too as well. Just some purple eye makeup. Okay, next is rug. Rug, this one took me a while. So I got done with the first one pretty fast. So I was I'm gonna go and start this one. This one took me 2 days-ish, not 2 full days, but I had to let it stew in my head because I picked a rug that I thought was something that I can draw inspiration from, and it was a green, white, and purple one that had the little things around it, little curves around it. And so I was I could do something with this. So I thought a venture with a bow and arrow. I don't know where the bow and arrow came from, but I was maybe a vampire hunter. I don't know where this idea came from this rug, but I wanted it to be kind of a cutesy kind of a little bit crazy person with a bow and arrow or crossbow. But I don't know, just when I was line arting it, I felt I didn't really like it. I was going for pretty minimal line art. No, there was no line weight. I was just going for I used the Milli pen and just went more simplistic for the things. I honestly don't know why I decided to do this. I guess it was a stylistic choice. But yeah, afterwards I was you know what? I'm not gonna do this rug anymore. I'm gonna pick another rug. So I just looked up cool rugs, different rugs, waiting for one of them to give me inspiration. Eventually I found this one that's kind of chromatic and had the blacks and whites and different colors overlapping it. And I was you know what? I kind of like this bad boy. And I felt I could draw more shapes from it. I came up with a new pose. I tried to come up with a new character and a new energy to give it. And here's the new rug. I wanted to give them half and half hair, and then afterwards pull from the different colors, give it a little pop. I wasn't really sure how I was gonna go about coloring chromatic. I went for a matrix style with this one because I just thought that the colors fit the vibe of the Matrix. So I didn't I didn't go Matrix, but I guess I kind of looked at Matrix clothes for inspiration. So I gave them a lot of the spheres and circles. I tried to incorporate that. I tried to make that for like the corset. It kind of didn't really flow well. I gave them like cool gloves. At first I was just gonna give them a shirt that like was also gloves, but I thought that the shape that I had like going for like the jacket looked really cool, but then I just turned it into gloves so I could keep and maintain the shape. Their sunglasses that they have are in the shape of the, you know, half circles. I gave them their pants. I kind of have like cutouts a little bit. That's inspired by like one of the characters from Hell's Paradise, because I really like her design. I think she's really cute. And then yeah, I just played around with the colors to make sure that they all looked good with each other. I color picked from the rug entirely for all of the things for the most part, just because I wanted it to have like be able to translate well onto the person. This is hard. Making characters out of objects is kind of hard. I kind of want to do Pokemon next. I feel like Pokemon creatures, turning them into humans would be a really fun thing to do. But yeah, here is the rug. I really like how she turned out. Okay, so last was the salt shaker. So I googled like vintage salt shaker because I didn't want to just do like a regular salt shaker. I wanted to do something cool, and I feel like this one kind of like made a character itself. I thought that it looked very princely, and I know that I wanted to do the peanut butter and jelly, but I was feeling lazy. This one I like wasn't thinking about for a couple days, and I was like, I'm just gonna go with my gut. I'm not gonna look up like and do like crazy research for it. I did make like a little mood board to like look up like princely clothes that I used to help me, but for the most part I just drew this on my bed and like went with the flow of whatever my brain was feeling like doing. And I didn't do the Millie pen for some reason. I was just like, I'm just gonna color this one normally. It's a little lad, tiny little princely lad, and I gave them a salty personality because salt shaker. And I was telling my mom the objects that I had, and she mentioned like something with like sweat and it being salty, so I made him like sweating with his like salty expression just to incorporate her idea because I thought that was funny. And yeah, this one isn't the best. Oh, I also gave him a salty like freckles, like white freckles, to like kind of like be more reminiscent of like salt. But yeah, this was fun. This wasn't too crazy, nothing too innovative. I want to try to be try a little harder with if I do the Pokemon ones. I feel like that'd be really fun to do. But yeah, here is all of the guys. What?